I believe I know most of you because uh, my karma kshetra was Hyderabad. So Baunaru, Chala Baunaru. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. So if you have any questions, हिंदी में बोलना है या इंग्लिश में बोलना है? तेलुगु तो मैं सीख नहीं पाया 7 साल हैदराबाद में रह के.
English is fine. Everybody will understand English.
Fine. So if you have questions, then I can start answering with questions.
No, you start with this. No, how you approached the Upla people and how they surrendered. That story you start. You tell background story.
That story is very simple. When I became a full-time traveling teacher, so I went to Gurudev and said, Gurudev, I had made a presentation. It has 9 blocks because mostly, it is our experience when we go and meet Gurudev, we absolutely go so blank, isn't it? So I had, in my little intelligence, I had written all the answers on a nice big laminated paper, like no plans of getting married, 5+ years in art of living as an art of living teacher, Northeast, and then green signal from parents to be a full-time teacher, and all these things I had written. So Gurudev looked at that big thing and he was surprised that why I am here. So I shared with Gurudev that Gurudev, with your inspiration only, I want to go to Northeast India and serve full time. तो गुरुदेव ने हिंदी में बोला कि जाओ लोग तुम्हारा वेट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. एंड आफ्टर दैट देयर इज नो टर्निंग बैक. So when I came to Northeast, I came with Swami Punya Chaitanya ji. You know Swamiji, Swami Punya Chaitanya ji. So he simply dumped me into Guwahati ashram. Okay, we have a ashram in Guwahati, and then he left. So when I was working, most of you know I was working with Microsoft, and later on I was working with a startup. I used to work in Gachibowli. So I was also very active in art of living. I had been inspired by so many of our senior teachers here present. So suddenly there was an absolute void because you don't know anyone. There is no way where you can go. It's like, absolute challenging. And I had to go through so many challenges. Eventually, I kept roaming all around Northeast India, and we had a teacher's TRM in Sri Sri University. So when I was there, I was just 2 months old in Northeast India. I saw Gurudev very, very, strict with all the teachers of Assam. Gurudev had given a homework and he was doing review of what has happened to the homework. Unfortunately, our people only, they had not done anything. And I was also there, so Gurudev was really very strict with them. And I was just wondering what I am doing here. Immediately after that, there was one of the teachers. His name is Longbir Inti. He is a tribal teacher, art of living teacher. He asked me, Vishnuji, will you like to come to this place called Karbi Anglong? And I had nothing to do because no work, no contacts, no place where to go, what to do. But I had this inner strength. गुरुदेव ने बोला है नॉर्थ ईस्ट जाओ, लोग तुम्हारा इंतजार कर रहे हैं. So I said, of course, I will love to come. And I came to Karbi Anglong is a district. Difu is the district capital. But this is a very special district. It falls under the 6th schedule of Indian Constitution. So like Telangana has a secretariat, it has chief minister, finance minister. Likewise, in this district, it is like the size of Tripura, like size of Telangana only, we can say. it has a local government, it has a local chief minister, it has local finance minister, all those things. And when I came here almost 4 years back, there was no road, no lights, nothing. And then this area was known for so many strikes, record strikes, 60 days strike, 35 days, 45 days, and then nude strikes also, imagine. And then this area was totally dominated by militants, insurgency, and there was no iota of any development. So I came, I simply taught a course, and then I left to some other city. Again, Longbir ji, he called me. Again, I taught one more course, and again I left. So I came 3 times, maybe a gap of every month. So suddenly, two chapters started simultaneously. One is that, we gave a letter to the district administration to allot a land to us. And secondly, since I was doing courses, I was very keen to organize the next level programs, so I had planned a DSN program. And the DSN program was planned for our very senior teacher Rajesh Jagasya ji. You know about him? He was our NTC few years back. And the moment I had booked his tickets, everything, he was promoted as NTC. So he could not come. And I called like 25 DSN teachers, because we already had a bunch of people, 75, 78 people. They all wanted to do this DSN program. And with luck, or maybe with divine's plan, I got to hold of one of our teacher. His name is Samir Joleji. Okay. So he had some experience of Northeast in the past. He also has started his career with Northeast. It is said कि Northeast जो लोग जाते हैं ना, या तो आप अपनी स्वेच्छा से जाते हैं, या फिर आपको काला पानी की सजा होती है. It's a very, very challenging place. So in that DSN program, one of our participants, he was from this militant organization called UPLA, United People's Liberation Army. And we, in parallel, we started the ashram also. So adjacent to our ashram is a central prison, where so many intimates of UPLA were were in the jail. So we Gurudev has sent some foreigners also for us. So we started teaching programs. They are all Christians, and there is a lot of how do I say, misconcept that Art of Living is a religious organization, it is a Hindu based organization. But when they saw Christians, white skin Art of Living teachers coming from Paraguay, coming from Argentina, and teaching them courses, they really opened up. So one of them was Nikunj Kathar. He was the like the military head of this UPLA, United People's Liberation Army. And he has killed one superintendent of police. They had done this assassination of that police. So he was in the prison, and his life was at stake, because police also wants to take that revenge. They wanted to kill him and all. So what they had done is that they had really beaten him up. मतलब पुलिस पीटती है ना, तो हड्डी में चोट लगता है, खून तो नहीं निकलता है, लेकिन बहुत खतरनाक पिटाई करते हैं. So he was our volunteer in the prison. And these jail intimates, they are very funny. So he will not do anything. He will just be like a watchman, and all his team members, they will do Sudarshan Kriya. And the grace of Gurudev, our Gurudev, he did not do anything. He was just assisting the course, keeping his eyes open, listening to so hum, so hum, so hum. And magic was happening in his life. All his body pains, all his trauma, impressions, everything was getting vanished. So end of the program, he felt so comfortable with the art of living, and he also gave messages to his organization head that नहीं ये पक्का ये लोग अच्छे लोग हैं, art of living के बहुत ही अच्छे लोग हैं. So that built the trust in the chairman of this militant organization and art of living. And then we took this case to Gurudev directly. So Gurudev spoke to them, and Gurudev simply advised them that there's no point of fighting with guns and grenades. You should use democratic means to you know uh, fix all your what do you say, all your aspirations. तो ऐसी कहानी बढ़ते गई, बहुत सारे अप्स एंड डाउन्स आते गए, क्योंकि उनके देयर लाइफ वाज ऑन स्टेक, and we were also walking on razor's edge, you know and eventually, one fine day they called me up. So Samir ji was in Guwahati, he was doing some media things, and he told me that Vishnu, you go. So I had to go. So what I did, I had nothing, only one kurta pajama, phone off. So I said, okay, I will take one Gurudev's picture, with me. मैं गुरुजी का फोटो लेके जंगल में इधर उधर, आसाम इज असम, नॉट सिमिलर, इट्स नॉट प्लेन, इट्स ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे, very interesting geographical location. So they took me there, and then they had a media person also. These people have learned how to shoot bullets, but they're very skeptical to come in front of a camera because they had to declare a ceasefire. They wanted this government, local government, to listen to their press release and media bites and all. तो वो तो उनसे हो नहीं रहा था, कैमरा देख के बंदूक वाले सब डर जाते थे. तो फिर आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग टीचर, मैंने उनको बोला, भाई ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे बोलना है, ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे करना है, ऑल दोस थिंग्स लाइक वी डू इन आवर प्रोग्राम्स एंड ऑल, राइट. So they did that, and while they were bringing me back, they asked me, Vishnu, आपको हमसे डर नहीं लगता है क्या? Don't you get fear with us, being with us? They had real guns, not the movie wala. I said, मुझे खुद से ज्यादा आप पर भरोसा है. More than me, I trust you. And then I also know that more than you trust yourself, you trust our Gurudev. So what is the point of having that fear? And that's how they were so happy, and they had so many people. They have like total spy, this and that. So they were clearly watching our activities, our thought processes. And once they were finally convinced, they came to our Bangalore ashram on 2nd of October, and in front of Gurudev on Gandhi Jayanti, they declared a unilateral ceasefire. In meantime, our Difu ashram, Gurudev named it as Art of Living International Center. So most of their cadets, they came here, they learned yoga, meditation, Sudarshan Kriya. A few of them became part of our Sri Sri Tattva. And here, if you work in this area, there's so many threats actually. People will come, they will ask money, people will come, they will trouble you, torture you. But for us, we have friendship with the most dangerous people in this region. So then they know कि ये तो उनका दोस्त है भाई, इनसे पंगा लेंगे तो मतलब बॉस से पंगा लेना है, ठीक है. So that's how Gurudev has created for us a shield, a kavach to protect all of us. And now and then, once they declared that they got married, they invited us for their marriages, all those things. It was a very challenging phase, to earn their trust. Because at any point of time, if they have an iota of doubt on our credentials, they know either my way or highway. They can do anything. So human values compassion, and grace, they all experienced, and we are so grateful that we became a witness to bring them to mainstream, and then inspired by them, because now another five militant groups, they also knew कि आज नहीं तो कल तो पुलिस हमको ठोक देगा, military वाले, they will kill us. So they also realized that this is the right way. So 5 6 militant groups had signed a accord yesterday with government of India, that is called Karbi Peace Accord, in which they will shut down the path of violence, come to mainstream. They will dissolve all their organizations, and the government will help them rehabilitate. कि देखिए, एक आतंकवादी, एक टेररिस्ट पता है हजारों लोगों को मार सकता है, and like that there are 1050 militants, from this region. Imagine, and they are trained with guerrilla fighting, they are trained to live in jungles, they are trained to survive without food. They have got this modern weapons from Burma, Myanmar, all those things. And see what grace has done to their lives. One group inspired, one commander getting inspired with Sudarshan Kriya, Gurudev's grace, and the transformation has wiped out all those things in the society. So, Karbi Anglong, the city, Difu, has been awarded as the best growing, fastest growing, most cleanest city in entire Northeast India. And if you look at the map of Northeast India, close your eyes and put your fingers in the center. You will see this place called Difu, which is at the borders of Nagaland and Assam. So I'm so blessed actually to witness this transformation. It is pure grace of Gurudev. Gurudev has been personally guiding us step by step, what to do, what not to do, when to do. So that is a beautiful transformation, for so many people here in the society. Yeah. So that's a story. It has so many ups and downs, challenges, and Samir Jolly ji has played a very important role, and he has also trained me how to, do this conflict resolution, especially with militants and all. So I bring little experience and confidence that कि अभी कोई भी है अपना भाई लोग, उनको सही रास्ते पे लाने का हमको आइडिया थोड़ा सा है. Yeah. Yes. Did it make sense to all of us?
Yes, 100%.
Any other question?
I see a lot of.
This is a nice video actually. Srinivas ji has posted. You can see how they are taking me to jungle, and what kind of questions they were asking.
Correct. Yeah. I posted in all teachers groups. All teachers
yes,
groups.
Very much.
I what saw else? in ashram lot of groceries and lot of things. Goshal also came. Tell something about your ashram. No, you only started, I think.
See, it is not my ashram. It is our ashram.
Yes, our ashram.
And the theme of this ashram is, it is your home away from your 2 BHK, 3 BHK, 4 BHK. So anytime you can come here, dine with us, stay with us, and feel so blessed. Yeah. So this ashram actually was a bhoot bangla. Okay. 1990s mein somebody had made some structure, and then the government changed, and then it was an incomplete structure, and then so many rapes and theft, and people will come and drink here, alcohol, so many things. But the one who has envisioned it wanted to make it a tourist place. So that's why our ashram is still called Havarpi Tourist Center. Now, when I came here, I did not wanted to get into any ashram business, because I came to teach art of living programs. And one fine day, one of our trustees, he told me, Vishnu, you stop everything. You go and sit at that place. And I said, who you are? You know, very rudely, I had a lot of like difference of opinions, because I felt that my freedom uh, will go for a toss. In corporates, I never listened to my bosses. You know, I used to dictate my terms and conditions to my boss. But in art of living, it is a volunteer based. So I said, who you are? And then, you know, this person, he texted to Gurudev. Gurudev, Vishnu had been coming to this place teaching courses. Can he take care of the ashram? And Gurudev that time used Blackberry. He said yes. And then this person, our trustee, he shared that screenshot to me कि ये देखो गुरुदेव का आदेश आया है. मैंने बोला बताइए क्या करना है. So the ashram was outside the city, and I felt कि अभी तो करना पड़ेगा भाई. So first day I came, there was no light, no toilets. But then I told, we had got very connected people somehow with Gurudev's grace. So I told everyone that tonight I am just going to stay in the ashram only, because if you don't go, it will not move. You know, we can't sit somewhere and develop some place, right? So I slept here, and in the night, suddenly this kako, 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 from here, there, everywhere, so many sounds started coming. तो आई सेड भाई भगवान देख लेना भाई अभी क्या है ये, है ना. And then this teacher Longbir ji, he also came after his office work late night. Early morning we had no toilets, you know. We just like मूल बंद लगा के और फिर we ran back and then we took bath, and then slowly, you know, the first bulb came. And it is, have you heard this story of uh, Khando Prasth and how it converted into Indraprasth? It was with the grace of Krishna. So same thing, it was like Khando Prasth, nothing there. And with grace of Gurudev, it now has converted as an Art of Living International Center. You'll be amazed to know that people from 7 countries have come. They have learned advanced programs here. We had scientists from Michigan University. They had come. They had done the happiness program and Sah Samadhi program. And all our senior teachers, Sangeeta Jani ji, Atika Didi, Dinesh Ghodke, Swami Punya Chaitanya, Sejal Thakkar ji, Swami Prabhudanand ji, Jyoti Sanwal ji. Now and then they keep coming, you know. And so the problem was that, you know, we are an NGO from Bangalore and they are all tribal people. So these tribal people suddenly got angry with us. And one fine day they came and then they ransacked our entire ashram. They threw Gurudev's picture, they took us our whatever little chairs, tables, you know, we had managed to have. And there was a protest in this entire Karbi Anglong. News headlines were there: Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar hijacking tribals' land, Art of Living encroaching tribals' land, and it became a issue of prestige for them. So they wanted to threaten us, they wanted to kill us, they wanted to fight with us, they wanted to abuse us, and they wanted to beat us, you know. So one fine day, many people will keep coming. They will stop any construction work. So I was very confident कि भाई, because the government has allotted us, if the government wants to take it back, they should give us an official order to evacuate this place. And नहीं हो रहा था. तो फिर वो लोग आए एक दिन ट्रक व्रक लेके, एंड फिर सब सामान फेंक दिया. तो वी वेंट टू पुलिस, वी डिड FIR. अब FIR जैसे ही करने गए तो सब लोग डर गया, क्योंकि देखिए ट्राइबल लोग ऐसे होते हैं ना, प्यार करेंगे तो जान दे देंगे आपके लिए, और नफरत करेंगे ना तो आपकी जान ले लेंगे. तो ये उनका पंचलाइन होता है. तो फिर अभी तो जान लेने की बात चल रही थी, तो गुरुदेव को पता लगा. तो फिर उन्होंने बोला कि तुम सबके साथ बातचीत करते रहो. So we went every organization. We told them what we are. We taught them Sudarshan Kriya. फिर गुरुदेव ने फिर बोला सबको मेरे से मिलाओ. तो हमने फिर धीरे धीरे सबको गुरुदेव से मिलाना शुरू किया. फिर यहाँ के जो मेन चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं वो भी गुरुदेव से मिले. But you know what they did? They did maintain the status quo. They were not giving us this land. They were not registering this land. You know, it's a 64 bigha land, 27 acres. Meaning you walk and then you will come for breathe. You know, we have a beautiful helipad in the ashram. We have a beautiful lake. We have 3 mountains. We have so many things. So वो दे नहीं रहे थे तो मुझे भी एक बार लगा कि ना आगे जा रहे हैं ना पीछे जा रहे हैं. कुछ तो गाड़ी बढ़ ही नहीं रहा है, न दे रहे हैं न ले रहे हैं. तो मैं गुरुदेव के पास गया. मैंने बोला गुरुदेव अभी तो कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है. तो गुरुदेव ने बोला तुम बस लगे रहो, होगा. ऐसे ही बोला. ठीक है. एंड दैट वाज प्रीवियस नवरात्रि. एंड in 1 year exactly the day I landed Bangalore for next Navratri, the executive meet, the cabinet here has passed a resolution that uh, unanimously they will allot this land to the art of living. So Gurudev ne bola tha ho jayega. So this is our first land. Like you know, see, you want to buy a land in Kashmir. Is it possible? Not possible. Now after 370, it is possible. So like that here in Karbi Anglong we have 371. No NGO can get the land. But कहते ना जब गुरु की कृपा होती है तो सब हो जाता है. तो वो अभी हो गया है. तो now we are on the track of development. And with Gurudev's grace we have done some beautiful activities here. Like we have done this blanket of grace. In entire lockdown we have distributed so many rice. मतलब आप यदि अकेले हो तो 20 लाइफ टाइम्स तक उतना चावल खाते रहोगे. इतना चावल गुरुदेव की कृपा से बांटा है. ठीक है. आपकी फैमिली इतना चावल खा सकती है. इन आवर आश्रम यू नो मेरा तो मन नहीं लगता था तो मैंने सोचा गाय लेके आते. तो वी स्टार्टेड विथ 3 cows. नाउ वी हैव 13 cows. And then these cows have brought so much of discipline to us, you know. And the beauty of this ashram is it has been 4.5 years. We have never missed our group sadhana in the morning, our seva and evening satsang. तो हमारा आश्रम का एक रूल ही है कि साधना करेंगे तो ब्रेकफास्ट खाएंगे, सेवा करेंगे तो लंच खाएंगे और सत्संग करेंगे तो डिनर खाएंगे. ठीक है. So we have linked our seva sadhana satsang with meals. And it has been a brilliant experience being here. मुझे पहले लगता था कि घूमते रहना है, भागते रहना है. अभी ऐसा है कि बैठे रहते हैं, दुनिया भर से लोग इधर ही आते रहते हैं. ठीक है. And building an ashram, you know, Dinesh Bhaiya had come once for an advanced program. तो उन्होंने एक बड़ी अच्छी बात बोली थी. वो बात सुन के वो शायद मेरे लिए ही बोली थी. मुझे लगता था कि this wonderful words of wisdom from him has made me so grateful. You know, he shared a story. Baba and Dinesh were traveling with Gurudev on Lakshman Jhula in Rishikesh. तो गुरुदेव ने उनसे पूछा ये बताओ सबसे ज्यादा पुण्य किसको मिला है यहाँ पे. तो किसी ने बोला गुरुदेव जो गंगा जी में डुबकी लगाते हैं उनको पुण्य मिलता है. तो गुरुदेव ने बोला नहीं, ये जो डुबकी लगा के और फिर जहाँ पे विश्राम करते हैं, जिन्होंने ये धर्मशाला, आश्रम, मठ, घाट ये सब बनाए हैं ना, सबसे ज्यादा आशीर्वाद उनको ही मिलता है. मोस्ट ब्लेसिंग्स दे ओनली गेट, यू नो. So I also felt, yaar, this is such a beautiful thing. He somehow the divine has made me his instrument to build an ashram, and it is such a blessing. तो मैं फिर गुरुदेव के पास गया और बोला गुरुदेव आपके लिए घर भी बनाना है, बिकॉज आश्रम इज नॉट कंप्लीट विदाउट गुरुदेव एफोर्ट। तो गुरुदेव ने मुझे बोला नहीं नहीं हो जाएगा। मैंने बोला गुरुदेव घर तो चाहिए आपके लिए। हम हिंदी में थोड़ा बात करते हैं उनसे। तो बोले नहीं मैं मैनेज कर लूंगा। मैंने बोला गुरुदेव उधर बहुत मुश्किल है। तो उन्होंने हंसने लगे, बोला कि ठीक है छोटा सा घर बनाना मेरा। तो मैंने बोला गुरुदेव कुछ नहीं बोला मैं तो, अभी तो ग्रीन सिग्नल मिल गया है। देन गुरुदेव टोल्ड मेक इट 10 by 15। फिर उन्होंने बोला बैम्बू का बनाना, ठीक है। तो फिर मैंने बोला गुरुदेव आप प्लीज हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बोल दीजिए कि 10 रूम्स हमको बनवा दें। तो उन्होंने बोला नहीं नहीं मेरा एक एक डिवोटी एक एक रूम बनवा देगा, ठीक है। और उसके बाद बहुत सारी बातें हुई थी गुरुदेव से ऐसे वैसे। तो विथ गुरुदेव ग्रेस गुरुदेव कुटीर इज कमिंग अप हियर। एंड लास्ट मीटिंग आई हैड चेक विद गुरुदेव शुड वी हैव ए हेलीपैड। तो वही बोला ना, मैं उनको पूछ ही नहीं पाया क्योंकि यू एब्सोल्युटली गेट ब्लैंक इन फ्रंट ऑफ गुरुदेव। तो बाद में आई हैड ए सर्जरी रिसेंटली, आई वाज एडमिटेड इन आवर आयुर्वेदा हॉस्पिटल। तो गुरुदेव ने अपने सेक्रेटरी को भेजा था पूछने के लिए देखो क्या है उसका विष्णु का ऐसे वैसे। तो फिर मैंने पूछा कि ये तो मिस हो गया था। तो सेक्रेटरी से ओ यू डोंट नो, गुरुदेव ने बोला था कि हेलीपैड तो हमारे आश्रम में बनना ही है। सो so helipad will come up very soon. And we have a beautiful meditation hall here. I will share some pictures. It's night, you can't perceive, but you can see here. This is my office and it's very beautiful. Throughout चारों तरफ आप देखेंगे तो आपको दूर दूर तक सिर्फ ग्रीन 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 पहाड़ पहाड़ ये दिखेगा। और and we are so blessed to be here, so you can always come and stay at your home. Nearest airport is Dimapur. From Hyderabad we have direct flight to Dimapur, and from Dimapur it is just like 50 minutes का ड्राइव। जैसे आप सिकंदर वो क्या है अपना शमशाबाद से आप गच्चीबौली आते हैं ना, उतने टाइम में आप दीमापुर से हमारा आश्रम आ जाएंगे, ठीक है। So ashram has been one of my best experiences, but honestly as a sadhak I have always every day I have prayed what is my exit plan, क्योंकि I know I am not here throughout my life. तो मुझे लगता है कि I am on a time bomb and every day I have to do something to make this ashram a little better. आपको मैं बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं, जैसे आपको एक पता होगा देयर वाज शबरी एंड हिज गुरु वाज मतंग ऋषि, यू नो दैट। तो जब राम जी केम टू मीट शबरी, शबरी टोल्ड व्हाई डोंट यू कम एंड सी माय गुरुज प्लेस वेयर मतंग ऋषि यूज्ड टू मेडिटेट। And when Lord Rama went to under a tree, he saw a nice glow of light. So Matang Rishi has left his body, but his presence was very quite obvious, like a glow. जैसे नहीं वो हेलो होता है वैसे ऐसे था। तो वो मैं उस समय लॉकडाउन में रामायण देख रहा था, तो ये एपिसोड चल रहा था। तो उसी दिन हमारे एक डिवोटी आए and she told Vishnuji, I had been waiting for so long. Today I could meet you. You please take this money, deposit it against Gurudev's kutir. मैंने बोला ठीक है, क्योंकि अभी जा नहीं सकते हैं और एटीएम निकालना तो मुझे भी पैसे चाहिए थे, तो मैंने उनसे कैश ले लिया और अपने अकाउंट से। उन्होंने बोला अभी कीजिए। मैंने बोला ठीक है भाई। तो उनका ट्रांसफर करके फिर बोले चलिए गुरुदेव का घर देख के आते हैं। अब वो बेचारे बूढ़े से पैदल धूप में इतना पहाड़ पे चढ़ के गए। वहां पे पता क्या था, सिर्फ 4 पिलर बन रहा था, ओनली 4 पिलर्स। एंड यू नो व्हाट शी डिड, शी जस्ट डिड ए प्रणाम टू दोस पिलर्स एंड शी हैड टीयर्स इन हर आईज और बोले कि पता है आज तक तो आई हैव नेवर मेट गुरुदेव, But today I could at least see his kutir. I can feel what Gurudev has done to all of us. तो मुझे भी लगा मतंग ऋषि नहीं थे, फिर भी उनका प्रेजेंस था. अभी तो इधर गुरुदेव आए भी नहीं है, but people experience Gurudev's presence time and again. And these are some little experiences which keep me binding here. ऐसे कुछ कुछ मैजिक होते रहता है डेली बेसिस पे. ठीक है. So I will invite all of you. Please do come as a team. Get your own advanced course teacher. We serve idli also. We serve putrekulu also, and many pudi, chutney, sambar. Many people from our teachers have come. अपने संतोष रामकृष्ण जी हैं जो बहुत अच्छा गाते हैं, वो भी इधर आ चुके हैं. हमारे एक टीचर है शशांक लागी सेठी जी, वो तो 2 बार आ चुके हैं. ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग आते रहते हैं, पूरे भारत से आते, दुनिया से आते हैं. ठीक है. तो मैं आप सबको चाहूंगा, आप भी अपना एक लॉकडाउन खत्म करके एक टीम बना के अपना एक एडवांस कोर्स टीचर अपना किसी को पकड़ लीजिए. ठीक है, जो आपको पसंद है. एंड ऑल ऑफ यू कम एंड एक्सपीरियंस what is hospitality. ठीक है. तो आपको लगेगा कि यार, क्योंकि अभी आश्रम में आप जाओगे तो सब्जी बनाना है तो खुद पंपकिन तोड़ के लेके आओगे, तो उसका टेस्ट ही अलग हो जाता है. आप कहीं भी डिग करोगे, you'll find this natural haldi, most beautiful tastiest haldi. So we pack it for people. वो खाली तो होके जाते हैं फॉलो एंड एम्प्टी करके, बट पूरा सामान वामान भर के लेके जाते हैं. ठीक है. सो वन रूल ऑफ आवर आश्रम इज नोबडी गोज विथ एम्प्टी हैंड. कुछ तो लेके जाएगा ही, ये यहाँ का नियम है. ठीक है. यस.
Heart full and hands full.
हाँ.
Super. So
we have more time or we are done?
Yeah, you can tell because since 140 days we are doing, this is 141th day daily.
Wow.
Namashvaya, Guru Puja, and one knowledge sheet and one satsang. Sir. From 100th day we started calling people like you so that everybody will get inspired. So yeah, one word from you. Totally there are 70 people.
Yeah, you can ask me any question. I will be more than happy. I feel Hyderabad is my own home. Telangana. I never say Telangana. For me, it is Andhra Pradesh, because when I was there, it was Andhra Pradesh. So I generally introduce myself. Born in UP, brought up in Bihar. I studied in Punjab, worked in Andhra Pradesh, then in Seattle, and then in Bangalore, and now in Northeast India. So my mentor Tapan Bhaiya, you might know him. He was there and he has polished us, made us what we are. So we are very grateful to our mentors, our teachers, our students also. Most of my students have become art of living teachers in Hyderabad and many places. So yeah, you can ask me questions, if you have anything to ask.
What is Guruji to you, Vishnuji?
Guruji for me is my best friend. He is my best volunteer. He is my best guide. He is my mother. He is my father. He is my beloved. He is my universe. He is everything for me. And sometimes I feel that I am his one of his limbs, and I aspire to be the finest instrument of our Gurudev. That's all Guruji is for me.
Super. Ramakrishna, Santosh Ramakrishna ji is there, I think. 1 second, I will see. Santosh garu unnara? Unnaru kada. Super. మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి. మీరు కూడా వెళ్ళారని చెప్తున్నారు కదా విష్ణు గారు, ఒక వర్డ్ యాడ్ చేయండి మీరు.
जय गुरुदेव विष्णु.
जय गुरुदेव संतोष जी.
कैसे हो?
आगे रह चुके, आप ही बताइए ना दीपू आश्रम की स्टोरीज.
अरे दीपू आश्रम के बारे में क्या बोलना है, एक नंबर का. चलो, द फर्स्ट आश्रम and हम तो थे, we were there as the inaugural batch in the Dipu ashram. Each and every word that has been so spoken by Vishnu, I can vouch for it. I have seen it. And every single brick has been, taken by Vishnu. Khud pa khud, the ashram is standing purely by all the volunteering effort that is done by Vishnu. And from the time that he has been here in Microsoft, leaving the job, then joining that startup company, then leaving that startup company, then in dilemma, then going over to, Dipu, and not knowing what to do. All of that, the complete journey is like pure film. It's like a pure, Ram Gopal Verma film. You can take.
When Santosh ji had come, so उस समय, we did not had any infrastructure. मतलब कुछ भी नहीं था, टॉयलेट भी नहीं था. तो एक मैंने ऐसी वीडियो बनाया था, come for an advanced course, and then that video got viral.
Yes.
अब डेली मेरे को लोग पता है क्या करते थे, पहले टिकट बुक कर लेते थे, रजिस्टर कर लेते थे, फिर फोन करते थे, we are coming. And I have learned never to say no. So in the program, we had 111 people.
Yes.
It was one of the biggest program of Northeast India in so many decades. तो ये सब कृपा ही है. अब भाई इतने लोग आ गए, अब इनको रखेंगे कहाँ पर, खिलाएंगे कहाँ पे, सुलाएंगे कहाँ पे. तो वो लाइट भी नहीं था, ये भी नहीं था, वो भी नहीं था. But that is the beauty of our art of living family. सबको सब समझ में आता है कि भीतर क्या है, बाहर क्या है. तो वो संतोष जी जानते हैं मेरे भीतर क्या था, उनके दिल के भीतर क्या है. तो वो एक जो कनेक्ट बना है ना, आज तक लोग याद करते रहते हैं कि यार क्या थे वो दिन. And with time we have really evolved, we have become better and better and better every day. That's what every morning I get up, मेरे मन में कुछ नहीं आता है, मुझे बस यही आता है, this is my last day here, what I can do so that Gurudev, when Gurudev comes, that would be most convenient place for everyone. And you'll be amazed to know, recently we had a collectors conference of entire Assam, which was held in Difu. All the guest houses 1920 इतना बढ़िया से 5-star तरीके से रेनोवेट कर दिया है. ठीक है, तो अभी दुनिया से कोई भी आता है ना, they will have a beautiful transit experience in Difu. तो वो सब कहते हैं ना, जहाँ पे गुरु होते हैं तो गति होती ही है. ठीक है ना. That is the beauty. Shashank is, I can see Shashank also.
Yes. He want to donate, I think. He message in chat box how to करके.
Will you like to share something, Shashank ji?
Unmute करना है. He is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev.
Like I was a roommate, housemate, friend, student. There's so many things to Vishnu. So once he asked me to come to the Tifu ashram, because of so many facilities in Hyderabad, we get habituated to all these facilities, right? Like we have a separate room, AC, etc. So I was a little bit doubtful how it will be the new ashram, right? And then thinking like that, I went to the ashram, and I have to say I was very much happy. Vishnu made sure that everything is perfect, from the the accommodation, the washrooms, the food. Actually, the food was very tasty. He made sure there was idli, sambar. The advanced course was very good. Yeah. So I will suggest everyone to make a visit. Like I came to the art of living, after Bangalore ashram became ready. But now, we have a chance to see how Difu ashram grows. Yeah, that I can share. The course was wonderful, and the hospitality also.
We had recently a Tamil Nadu special advanced program in Malayalam, in Tamil, in our ashram. So they taught us how to cook idli and all. So now idli is our menu in the ashram. Like that, बहुत ही अच्छा. आपके एक टीचर है GVJ राव जी, you know him? Rao Sahab, he was in Assam, now he came back to Hyderabad. So he had been very instrumental to help develop this ashram, you know. तो ये पता है क्या, देखिए मैं क्या हूँ, मैं तो इधर एक चौकीदार हूँ, ठीक है, चौकीदार वॉचमैन हूँ. एंड गुरुदेव ने बोला है तुम जाके चौकीदारी करो, और लोगों को लगता है आश्रम इज डेवलपिंग. आई फील दैट इट इज inner development which is happening, you know. So you all can come and experience something so profound, it gives a different perspective of our life. For example, we feel sometimes, a little lack or this and that, but when you come and see how people are so content, just in lockdown, what has happened? In March, lockdown was declared, so I checked in our kitchen key, what is there, what is not. So I thought, let me stock it for like a few days. And randomly, I started walking in the nearby village and I asked people, "आपके पास क्या है?" तो बोले कि 2-3 किलो चावल है खाने का, ये वो. मैंने कैसे चलेगा, बोला हो जाएगा. So I thought, okay, let me make a list, and I brought 5 kg rice for 31 families. As per my budget, जितना मुझे लगा चलो थोड़ा कर देते हैं. And next thing, what happened? 165 people came, and I had just had 31 packets. तो फिर मैंने एक वीडियो बनाया, भेजा सबको. अचानक पैसा आ गया. विष्णु जी नाम में लक्ष्मी जी पता नहीं कैसे आती रहती है. फिर अगले दिन फिर चावल बांटा. 235 people, 300 people, 400 people, like that. We continued for entire lockdown. So when our sankalpa is pure and we want to serve people, we just have to be available. Okay. And nature will ensure, many times I've seen, we had like 300, 400 people. We know that this is less rice. तो आपको याद है लॉकडाउन में गुरुदेव विल, एक मिनट, गुरुदेव विल do this afternoon meditation. So before, we'll always stop at 12 o'clock. So 11:55 को एक मैसेज आएगा कि your account is credited with this much of money आश्रम का. तो मैं फट से 2 मिनट में ऑर्डर करता था कि राइस लेके आइए, and we'll meditate for 30 minutes. When we open our rice, then the new stock of rice will come. Nobody went empty handed, So that is what grace is all about. ठीक है. मैं आपको 3 दिन पहले का एक एग्जांपल बताना चाहता हूँ. हम लोग अभी आश्रम में, हमारे 2-3 लोग बीमार पड़ गए, 1-2 लोग छुट्टी पे चले गए. So most of the workload is on 2, 3, 4 of us only. So we're distributing rice, and one drunkard person came. तो I politely told, भैया आप थोड़ा बाहर जाइए. वो नहीं माना, तो मैं थोड़ा सा उसको पकड़ के लेके गया. अब मैं गेट से हटूंगा तो सब लोग घुस जाएगा चावल लेने के लिए, क्योंकि लग रहा है कि मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. And that person really got so angry. मुझे एक पल लगा कि एक थप्पड़ लगाते, एक थप्पड़ लगाएंगे तो 3 बार पलटी मारेगा, ऐसा वो था. फिर मुझे लगा यार, if somebody has come to our ashram, I should not get angry, and I really felt compassion. So he said, say sorry. So I said sorry. Then he said, come here and say sorry. Then he said, come and say sorry in front of everyone. तो इतना उसने मुझे ऐसे ड्रैग किया, ये किया वो किया. मैंने बोला कोई बात नहीं, अभी तो सॉरी भाई. और जब इवेंट खत्म हुआ, then I called him up and I gave him a packet of rice and a nice hug. And then this guy was like completely gone. He started saying sorry. तो ये गुरुदेव यही सिखाते हैं, आप जो करुणा से, प्यार से जीत सकते हैं ना, क्रोध से, एंगर से, it is not possible. And this is what I feel so blessed, One more incident, will you like me to share?
You can.
Yeah. Recently we had done this lotus plantation in our lake. So one fine evening I just went for a walk. बहुत बड़ा है अपना आश्रम, ठीक है ना, जंगल भी बढ़ते जाता है. तो मैंने देखा कि एक आदमी मछली पकड़ रहा है हमारे लेक से. So I really got so angry and I ran और उसका वो बैम्बू स्टिक तोड़ दिया, मछली छोटा छोटा 2-4 like this size, you know, लेक में फेंक दिया and then बोला कि खबरदार आप इधर दिखेंगे तो. And this guy simply left and believe me, I could not sleep whole night. And next day I was teaching a course and then here only, and then the point was do not see intentions behind others mistake. We are not given any warning, any notice, anything. I just simply got angry on him. So I am a born vegetarian. I have never touched any meat, chicken, mutton, fresh egg. तो मैं क्या किया, मैं फिर गया यहाँ जेल के सामने मछली का दुकान है, 2 बड़ा बड़ा मछली खरीदा, उसको लेके आया. अभी आश्रम से तो लेके नहीं जाएंगे, तो आश्रम के बाहर बाहर फ्रॉम द पेरिफेरी ऑफ द आश्रम somehow relocated his house and handed over that machli to him. So what happened, you know, he opened up. He said, you know what, earlier we could survive, but now because of lockdown we can't do much. It was a very problematic situation for my family. I thought if I can have little fish with rice, then some proteins it will be taken care of. So I realized, you know, sometimes we see that this person is doing mistake, but if we see from their perspective, it is a point of survival for them. है ना? तो ये सब बहुत अच्छी अच्छी बातें आश्रम में रह के सीखने को मिलती है. गुरुदेव ने बोला है ना आप लोगों को कि आश्रम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर मीन्स, you know that story, the dog story? नहीं पता है? In Ram Rajya, a dog came to Lord Rama and he said, मुझे न्याय दीजिए. तो लोगों ने पूछा क्या बात है? वो बोला कि सड़क पे कुत्ता जाता है, गधा जाता है, हाथी जाता है, बिल्ली जाता है. मैं कुत्ता हूँ, मैं जा रहा था, उसने मुझे पत्थर फेंका. Please give me justice. You know, this road is for everyone. Elephants can go, horse can go. So everyone was amazed. And the person who has bitten him with a stone, he was summoned, and the ministers could not find any justice. Then they asked that person that what kind of punishment you want him. And then this person said, please make him an ashram administrator. तो बोला भाई क्या बात है, आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं? बोला इतना बड़ा पोस्ट आपको ऐसे देना है? बोला नहीं, इन माय प्रीवियस लाइफ आई वाज अ डॉग एंड द लाइफ I was an ashram administrator, and this lifetime I am a dog. So the life of dog is much better than an ashram administrator. So make him an ashram administrator. So that is life all about here. Very challenging, full of ups and downs, but it gives a sense of contentment. You know, I will encourage everyone. You know, please, if you are not doing your sadhana sincerely, please get started. Magic will keep happening in your life. If you are not doing your seva, you please get started. If you are not attending satsang, you please get started, because this life is very precious. Next 5, 10, 20 years, our head, which is full of mud, will be under the mud very soon. So every moment, every day is very precious. And having a living master Gurudev with all of us, I tell you, it is a blessing of lifetimes together. ठीक है, तो यही बताना था आपको. और अक्षय जी, you have some question?